Warning. The following video will contain spoilers from the Flash and Supergirl musical crossover episode, Duet. If you don't want anything spoiled or ruined for you, stop watching now. Also, this video will be containing language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised. You can't handle four-letter words, well, you might not want to watch this. Hey guys, what's up? Dave here. And it is now 3 a.m. in the morning. I cannot sleep. Insomnia is kicking my fucking ass. It's just horrible. But I thought I'd make the most of it. And since I can't sleep anyway, I figure what the hell. I'll try to go ahead and review the Flash Supergirl musical crossover episode. Now, it was less of a crossover officially from Supergirl's point of view, as it was a setup for all the action to pretty much take place in the Flash episode. Supergirl and Mon-El broke up because she found out that he lied to her, and she was still ticked off about that. Barry and Iris had broken up because Iris found out that Barry only proposed to try to change the future, so they're having some space. We have a flashback going into Barry having a sit down with his mom, watching a musical, and according to his mom, musicals will make everything better. At least singing does. And Barry's feeling sorry for himself on Cisco's couch. They get a call from HR, and the portal opens up, and here comes a comatose Supergirl carried by Mon-El and Jean, and they start telling him that there's this mysterious guy who was a guest at the DEO who managed to escape, put a whammy on Kara, and she ended up comatose. And she's in a dream world in the 1940s with no powers. See, this is the fucking cop-out that I hated. Eventually, he shows up. He seems to know all about Barry and Wally and everybody. He knows all this stuff inexplicably, and no one really knows how or why. Suddenly, he has a super speed charge at Wally, and he's throwing Barry around like a rag doll and puts him in a whammy. Now, the Music Meister was originally a character created for Batman, the Brave and the Bold. And yes, he originally had the power to create not only music, but every time he could sing, he could put people under hypnotic control, and he can also inspire other people to sing. Neil Patrick Harris knocked it out of the park, I thought, with that, and I actually enjoyed that cartoon. So I was looking forward to this. This is not what I expected at all. I mean, okay, suddenly he has super speed and powers he never had before. What the fuck? So Barry wakes up in the dream world, and oh my god. 3 in the morning and I fucking have hiccups. Oh, god damn it. Fuck it, let's suffer together. Okay, so all of the musical cast of the various shows are playing parts of other people. John Barrowman, aka Malcolm Merlin, is now Cutter something. Mobster and head of a club that they're performing in. And, I mean, Wynn's the piano player. Joe and Martin Stein are rival gangsters. And a couple. And that was an interesting little twist there. Oh, god damn it. They do have a couple cute musical numbers. I mean, Melissa Benoist, she rocks it out on Moon River. They do a bit with the Put a Little Love in Your Heart. And it actually became pretty fun. Music Meister flat out says that the only way they can get out is to follow the script of the story, and they'll wake up. However, if they die in the dream world, they die in the real world. And this is when we find out that the Music Meister apparently has the ability that whenever he places someone in his comatose musical dream state, he's draining the energy out of them. So somehow he also drains their powers. So we're talking about a bad guy who suddenly has the powers of both Supergirl and the Flash, and he's trying to rob a bank. Now it's up to Kid Flash, Martian Manhunter, and Vibe to take him down. So while Barry and Kara are doing their thing in their dream world, trying to figure out the script, which turns out involves finding Joe's daughter, who was last seen at the club, they find out that the characters they're playing are Iris and Mon-El, the characters they're playing, are in love with one another. So Barry and Kara tell their parents. Another musical number ensues, which isn't terrible. And the gang decides to start going to war. Meanwhile, the weirdest version of Justice League Detroit manages to catch up. They actually have a decent fight with the Music Meister. And a 1-2 whammy punch from Jean, helped by Vibe going through a portal, and a supersonic punch by Wally knocks his ass out. Eventually he wakes up in a cell and he reveals that he can't reverse what he's done to Barry and Kara. The only way they can get out is if the people that love them were to go into the dream world somehow and fix them. So they're trying to figure out how to go into their mind. Not really sure yet. And then we have a musical number. Oh my fucking god, this hurt. They start singing an original song called Super Friends. Now, maybe it's my dietary restrictions that I'm currently on, but I can't have dairy. Why am I bringing this up? Because this was the cheesiest fucking thing I saw on the thing. I mean, it hurt. It was just, well, eventually after that number's done, the two mob bosses are going to war. They're killing each other. Barry and Kara step out. They get shot and they're bleeding to death. The vitals are spiking. Iris and Mon-El figure the only way to save them is to somehow go into their minds. So Cisco vibes them into the dream. They have a heart-to-heart with their significant others, and suddenly they're waking up, kissing their partners. So suddenly, Music Meister is out of the fucking cell, and they ask me, like, how the hell did you get out of the cell? And it's like, are you from another reality, another multiverse? What is it? And he's like, you wouldn't believe where I come from. You wouldn't understand. So, fuck you for being vague. Why did he do all this? Because he's a fan of the heroes. And he wanted to show that love can conquer all. Meanwhile, Barry and Kara managed to figure out what their problem was with their significant others and work shit out. So, Music Meister was a bad guy, but not a bad guy. What the fuck? And then he just fucking disappeared and faded because he wanted to go teach somebody else a fucking lesson. So, I mean, what is he, Mr. Mxyzptlk? Is he a goddamn trickster from Supernatural? What the fuck happened here? Oh. And after the heartfelt goodbyes are said, and revealing that our heroes can sing, Barry and Iris get back together. He pulls out his phone and starts playing a song, and he just starts belting out a song, which actually wasn't horrible. I believe the song was called Running Home to You. Now, if you've ever seen the cartoon with the Music Meister, Mayhem of the Music Meister, I believe was the episode, there's a thing that Black Canary sings called If Only. And it was actually kind of touching, and I'll admit, was it cheesy? Was it corny? Yes, but I thought Running Home to You may be one of the better songs of the musical. So, there's that. I fucking hate the hiccups, man. God damn it. It fucking sucks. Anyway, so here's the thing. I wanted to like this. There are musicals I do occasionally like. Not a lot, but like Repo the Genetic Opera. Loved it. Hardcore, bloody, and the music made sense to the plot of the story. This episode made no fucking sense. It was there just to be there. It reminded me of the Hercules and Xena, I'm sorry, the Xena musical episode where they got stuck in Illusia. I mean, Xena and Gabrielle getting ready to kill each other, but somehow they fucking work it out in the song and they're all better again. Give unto me a fucking break. Now, I like the idea of crossovers, but they nerfed it as far as for being a crossover. It wasn't a crossover so much that it didn't happen on Supergirl. It started on Supergirl, and it finished here. There's the same thing with the build-up for the Invasion crossover. It was more of a crossover in the Invasion thing on Supergirl than it was here. It was one story leading into another, and now they're going back to their own worlds and whatnot, thanks to a musical fucker. What is he? I mean, this is the part that pisses me off. Now, I know that they're trying to adapt things as best they can for the show, but, and Music Meister never showed up in the comics, but this is not what I expected, and I just did a musical episode. It was a cast reunion of Glee. At one point I called it Super Glee, but a friend of mine by the name of Justin, who makes some great music videos of superheroes, prefers to call it Justice Glee. And I gotta admit, I actually sounds better. I don't know, man. I wanted to enjoy it. I felt like the first time I watched Baby Metal with this. It was weird, and it takes some time to process. Apparently you can find the songs for free online, but I can't find the fucking things anywhere. And, like I said, a couple of them aren't terrible. And it is fun to see the cast that have musical talent bust out some songs, and they are good at it. But it just felt like it was thrown together just to be fucking goofy and didn't really contribute to the overall plot of everything. I mean, if you like musicals, then some people are going to like this. Others, if it's not your cup of tea, you're not going to like it. Some parts of the show was good. Other parts made me cringe. I don't think they're going to do this again anytime soon, because it's going to leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Some people are going to absolutely love it and thought it was fun. Others are going to be turned off by it. And I wouldn't call this one of my favorite episodes. I wanted to give it a chance. I wanted to like it, and it was just there, and it didn't make any goddamn sense, and that's the part that pisses me off. There was no real rhythm to it. There was no logic, no rhyme or reason. They just fucking did it to do it, and it feels like it has officially jumped the king shark. That's just horrible. Anyway, that's my opinion. I am going to attempt to cure my fucking hiccups and get some sleep. Oh, God. So what did you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe, share. And like I said, I might eventually roast this episode, but I mean, I think this is the earliest I've ever done a video from the time it aired to recording and posting, so that's something. Okay, guys, if you excuse me, I have got to try to cure my fucking hiccups and get some sleep. So, by the time you guys see this, it'll probably be morning, so hope you enjoy. Alright, guys, until next time, Dave signing off. Peace.